everyone, I'm Corrie and I have a YouTube channel called Dizzy Brunette Free, and every week I'm going to be talking all things beauty, skincare and makeup. So today I'm going to be talking you through my favourite makeup brushes and why I love them so much and why you should have this kind of style of makeup brushes in your collection. First of all, I'm going to start off with this little brush, and this is from Zoeva, which do amazing makeup brushes, so definitely check them out because they're not too expensive either. And this is the 110 Face Shape. Now this is absolutely amazing for buffing in foundation, concealer, you can do it for contour. It's one of those ones that will literally do a multitude of tasks. I prefer this for using as a contour, so it's great for getting in the hollows of the cheeks, for doing down the nose, and it just kind of blends it all in. So if you're like a big contour fan and you're not really sure what kind of brush to use, using something like this will be really, really good. Also, if we're also talking about contouring, using a brush like this, which is the Zoeva 109 Luxe Face Paint, something with a straight edge is great for getting a straight line. So this is kind of like if you're maybe beginning to contour or you're not quite sure how to get the straight line, putting this in some like bronzer and then going down the cheek or along the nose will give you the most perfect straight line. And then once you've kind of applied it, blend it in with a brush like this. So these two are definitely two brushes that I would recommend if you're into contouring, or maybe if you want to give contouring a go and you're not quite sure what brushes to start with. These two are amazing. They're also super, super soft. They're so soft and really, really easy to clean as well, so that's always a... When it comes to foundation, I prefer to either use a beauty blender, which is like a sponge, or to actually just use like my fingers rather than using a brush. If you are going to use a brush, I would use one like this, which is like quite one that you can buff into the skin rather than using a flat one. But at the moment my favourite is using like a damp sponge, because it really gets you a really nice full coverage and gives you like an airbrush finish. So that would be my tip for foundation. Blush is, I think, is always a really, really hard brush to find because everyone likes to apply their blush differently. I quite like to apply it like here, and I don't like it to be too much, too in my face. I don't like it to take all over my cheek. So using a slight angled brush like this Zoeva 127 is the perfect shape in my opinion. So I put this in and then just go along the cheek like this, and it's just perfect because it's got this slight angle, which means it's kind of like the same kind of shape as your cheekbone. You just dab it in. Again, super, super soft, really nice on the skin, and it just works lovely. So this is my favorite kind of blush shaped brush if you're looking for something similar. The Real Techniques brushes are amazing, and if you're on a budget or you want to buy something in store, because the Zoeva brushes are online only at the moment, I would definitely recommend the Real Techniques brushes because they are amazing. This is the blush brush, and it's probably my favourite brush from the whole of my Real Techniques collection, which is why I'm featuring it today. I don't actually use it for blusher because personally, in my opinion, this is a bit too big for me for blusher. This would literally take up all of my cheek. I tend to use this for bronzer because it's a really nice, I call this the broccoli tree. No, it's a broccoli brush because I think it looks like broccoli. But it's perfect for just dabbing into your bronzer and going across your face. I like to put bronzer everywhere on my face because I just like having a bit of colour. It just perkins me up. So using a nice big brush like this is just perfect. Super, super soft. Really, really easy to wash, and it doesn't shed, because I hate nothing more than a brush that sheds and leaves you with a hairy face. It's just not a good look. So this is amazing for bronzer, powder. I think it's too big for blusher, but if you like a lot of blusher, then go ahead and use it for that. It's just a great all-rounder, blending everything in, but I use this for bronzer the most. Finally, I'm going to talk about eye brushes because I think, again, finding good eyeshadow brushes makes such a big difference, and I like to wear a lot of eyeshadow, so I have to use good blendable fluffy brushes. This is the Zoeva 227. Looks very, very similar to a lot of the MAC eyeshadow brushes that a lot of makeup artists and celebrity uses, but this is just amazing. It's great for applying shadow all over the lid and then just blending in together. So just like this, just absolutely perfect. I think there's nothing worse than having a scratchy, horrible brush when using it on your eyes. This is so, so soft. It's just really, really gentle on the eyes and just blends in perfectly. I like to wear quite a smoky eye, which means that I like to put like a darker eyeshadow in the crease, which means sometimes this can be a bit too big and it kind of just leaves me with like eyeshadow everywhere. So I tend to go for more of like a tapered brush just to make sure that the shape's a little bit more intact. And this is Zoeva 228 and it's actually called a crease brush, so exactly, I'm using exactly what it's supposed to, which is good. And I just tend to take the dark shadow through the crease like this, and it just means that I'm keeping it all in the same place, and again it's really nice and soft. I don't think you have to spend a lot on makeup brushes. There's so many good ones out there on a high street. All the Zoeva brushes, if you don't mind ordering online, are super cheap, so I definitely recommend picking those up. But it's all about finding your own preference. These are just the kind of makeup brushes and the shapes that I've decided that I've liked over the years, and obviously everyone's got a different preference, but those are my exact favourites, and that is exactly why I love using them. They just make applying makeup so much easier. And I honestly think that if you have really good like makeup brushes, it makes a world of difference to how your makeup looks in the end. So I hope you enjoyed this video and finding out exactly what makeup brushes I love using and why. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss my weekly beauty videos. I also have my own YouTube channel and the link will be in the down bar below. So come and subscribe and say hello, because it'd be lovely to say hello to you if you haven't like come over already. But yeah, thanks for watching and I'll see you next week.